Our job is always going to be take care of clients, right? Protect and promote the client's interest. It says it in our state law, says it in our code of ethics. And I think it's our number one job. And we, as agents, sometimes forget that our job is about taking care of our clients and staying focused on client service. So what are we going to do about that? Anybody remember this ad? Anybody recognize this picture? This was an ad for Maxell tapes back in the 1970s. And they put music in, and the music blew the guy away. Right? You remember this? Anybody remember this issue? The reason I like this slide, when you are a realtor, there is a default conversation in our industry about you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do this and you have to do that. And that conversation can become overwhelming. How do you operate outside of that conversation? Agents that are successful say, I'm not going to play by the rules of the game because ultimately there are no rules. In the 1970s, the 1900s, there was a philosopher, Edmund Burke was his name. And he talked about a deterministic screen. And basically what he said, in any domain of life, there's a default conversation. As soon as you join that domain, you're sucked in to the default conversation. As soon as you got your real estate license, all of a sudden, all you heard were door knock, open houses, you got to market, you got to send postcards, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like this whole world shows up immediately when you join the world. This picture for me demonstrates that getting blown away by the default conversation. How do we step outside of that default conversation? We must create for ourselves a new paradigm to set ourselves apart. We have to get out of that default conversation so we're not always in the rat race of real estate, not always in the rat race of what everybody else is doing.